Anyone
can be underrated.
as fuck.
You are now tuning into the latest episode of the Underrated as Fuck podcast.
Hosted by the one and only Bliss.
And you already know, Mighty Zay.
Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Underrated AF podcast. This is episode 36. We're going to go over a few little bits, little tidbits of music news. Not a whole lot of regular news to go over, but we can hit the music. You ready?
Some good times. Let's get it.
Let's do it. Okay, so did you get a chance to hear Jelly Roll's new album?
No.
Okay, so let me just spiel real quick.
Spiel out.
Jelly Roll is a country singer as far as I'm concerned.
I thought he was like a hip hop country, right?
Yeah, and
Like a pop country.
he somehow figured out a way to gain like the hip hop community. You know what I mean? And the country community. It's like this album he just dropped. He has like Russ, Wiz Khalifa, MGK, but it's like a country album. And then like there's specific songs in there where it'll lean
More towards
kind of like pop. You know what I mean? And then slightly towards the rappy. But even like that song with Wiz Khalifa, it was kind of, you know that song, the Fast and the Furious one with Wiz Khalifa? He kind of like, it was light. It wasn't like rapping,
When he was getting
but
it,
it was
yeah.
like, it
Lighthearted.
was still like hip hop though.
Yeah.
They lean a little bit in that direction. And I think they give these artists a chance to I don't know,
Kinda shine
kind
a
of
little
be
bit?
a little bit of R&B-ish. Maybe, you know what I mean? Little singing vibes.
That makes sense.
So these rappers singing vibes on the country album, kind of.
Right.
But like I was saying, those songs they still like feel like hip hop. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you think about Jelly Roll? Like, what's your take on that?
I think he's cool. I mean, I don't know. I don't really like go out of my way to like search for him and listen to his music and stuff like that. But
I guess it was a big deal for him because he's almost 40 years old, or he is 40 years old, and he had like best new artist of the year.
oh, that's cool.
And it was a big
pretty
deal
cool.
because, I mean, like he was really emotional because it's like there's no rules. You
Right.
don't have to be 18 years
Right,
old
right.
to get new artist of the year. This dude spent his entire life trying to get somewhere. Him, it was 40.
That's
Like,
pretty cool though. I mean, at the
that's
end
a
of the day,
testament.
That's adversity.
Yeah, and it's a testament to just keep on doing what you love doing, and you never know when your time
Stay true.
could be. Stay true. That's some 4 vibes. But yeah, I'm a fan of Jelly Roll. I mean, is this kind of like, to break this down a little bit, could you answer this question for me?
Yeah.
Could you be an artist of any genre, but as long as you kind of dress like, talk like, act like a certain person, anybody will like you? Because
I think the only way that I can answer that question is I think that people feel like they need to be somebody else that they're not, so stuff doesn't feel genuine, and that's how you know like people don't like that person because there's I don't know why I don't like that person. It's just but then whenever they do start to be them and they stop caring about what other people think and they just you're either gonna like me or you hate me. You know what I mean? Then that's when I think that like it's just that's pretty cool.
well, I like that. That's a good answer. The reason why I've been asked that is because initially I thought Jelly Roll was a hip hop artist.
That's what I initially thought.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because he was just like the crowd.
I don't know. He dresses kind of hip hoppy. He's got tattoos. You know, I guess anybody can have tattoos, but I don't know. He just throws the vibe of like a rapper. You know what I mean? Kind of. He throws that rapper vibe, and then he's just a country singer. So like, that's kind of cool.
So he's got that kind of swag. That,
He just figured out a way to appeal to hip hop fans as a country singer, or mainly a country singer. He leans hip hop a little bit, right? But I think this is a great opportunity, and it's crazy. But he's a bridge between the two genres. Like I won't go out of my way really to listen to like country music, but literally because of Jelly Roll, I listened to his album. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I was exposed to country, and now I kind of like it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I'm able to relate a little bit to him. Like I'm not 500 pounds. You know what I'm saying? But I've never been like a tiny guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just cool seeing somebody with tattoos, a bigger guy. Just like I don't know, he's just relatable. And when
I feel that.
when he talks, he always talks like, oh yeah, 40 years old, anything can happen. You just work hard, you know,
Chilling.
like crazy. And then I seen him. He actually just did the Joe Rogan podcast. Did you see that or no? By chance? No. It's really good episode. Obviously, he's promoting the new album,
Right.
but he just super humble. Like he even told Joe Rogan, he's like, yeah, I'm like one of the biggest country singers in the world right now, and you would think it would be easy just to come on the Joe Rogan podcast, but no, I'm like
Freaking out.
I'm excited. My heart rate's
That's
going
cool.
up. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just a human. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. Like, you said just to act like normal, act like you. But how could I do that when there's 20 million people listening to us?
Right,
Like, he
right.
was
That's cool.
just getting really down to earth and relatable.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's just relatable.
Relatable.
I don't know. Then what?
Familiarity.
That's an easy thing to do, isn't it?
No.
No?
No, because people try to fit that lane that they don't belong in. And then so whenever they do that, then shit don't seem genuine. And if it don't seem genuine, it ain't gonna last.
Why? That might be the workshop later. But why is it so hard for people to be genuine? You know what I'm saying? Like
Because they fall into the wrong crowds, and then they accept
they're
certain
trying
energy.
to act
Yeah.
a certain way that
Yeah.
it's not
For them.
like a natural thing for them,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
It's like you could take multiple roads, but if you take that one road that leads you down this path, then like, you know what I mean? I don't think that'll...
Right.
Hanging out with those people...
So that's
seems pretty
Jelly
cool.
Roll. I'm gonna give a rating on a country album. This is crazy.
It's crazy. Second one.
All right, Jelly Roll, 8 out of 10. And
It's pretty high.
that's saying a lot because a lot of the albums that have been coming out recently have been like in the 7s. Remember we went over that. So this is a great album. Great album. Little mix of country, little mix of hip hop.
That's cool.
You know me? So
There's some flavor in there.
I like that. Great flavor. Oh, and he did say on the Joe Rogan podcast too that he just hit the 100-pound mark of losing weight. So I
that's
guess
cool.
he's losing weight and stuff too. So
That's good. You know me, I'm always an advocate for that shit.
I know.
Yeah,
okay, so
Stay healthy.
speaking of Fora, this is a weird segue, right? But Fora had a song a long time ago to a beat, and J. Cole just used that sample. I don't know if Fora had the original sample or not.
Right,
but
right.
J. Cole used that sample on a song called Port Antonio. I played this on the way to the gas station.
Right.
And did you hear it before or no? Before that? Clips?
I heard... Yeah, I might have heard of that J. Cole clip, but I haven't heard the full song, so...
So, song is really cool. Before
Port Antonio.
Before I dig into it, let me just give my review about it. So, I think this might be my favorite kind of J. Cole rap.
Very chill.
Kind of
very...
like dun dun dun. The beat is just dun dun.
Kind of reminiscent in a way.
And then he's just here like, I came up from the bottom. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. He's not really yelling like that,
No,
but
no,
like
no.
he's more. I don't know. He just seems like This is almost a type of beat where he's like
Matured,
He's trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
He's trying to get a point across. Like this is lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like he got the pen, he put this beat on, and
Let's get
you know what I mean?
Like, yeah.
He's like, oh, what happened that day? Oh yeah, I gotta write about this rap beef. Oh, here, let me write this about Drake. Let me write this about Kendrick.
Right.
This was just cool to hear.
Yeah.
And this like I just said, this is my favorite kind of J. Cole.
Yeah. Insightful.
I'm trying to think.
Insightful Cole.
Could you compare this song to another J. Cole song? To where it's a chill beat, but he's just going off on some topic?
What's the name of that song?
What is that? That sounded like a song from For Your Eyes Only, maybe. There was a lot of chill songs in that album. It was really like low key
it's like,
vibes, but a lot of lyrics.
But he was just...
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe right now we can't narrow down a song, but I think "For Your Eyes Only" was like the beats were very emotional, slower kind of
cool.
beats, and he was just on top,
Putting a message on
top.
it. Yeah.
So maybe those kind of vibes.
Emotional
if I was gonna
with some
rate
messaging.
if I'm gonna rate it, I'll probably give it.
8.5.
Yeah, I was leaning. I was gonna say like 8 out of 10, right? But then I was like, you know what? No, this is a lot better than a lot of other stuff I've been hearing. So I think because of that,
8.7, isn't it?
8.72.
2.
I don't know why the 2.
You
so
know
yeah,
why.
this is a great song. I don't know if this is a sneak peek of what we got coming with the album. You know what is it? The Fall Off or I forget.
Who knows?
I always say one of those albums, and it's one of them that he has out already. The Fall. I don't know.
I
I don't
get
know.
what you mean.
It's
Right,
so
right.
stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the Fall Off or something like that. But
Just release some. Talk about.
if this is the first single to the next album, then
We looking good.
we might be looking at a classic.
We're looking good.
Classic. Okay, let me break that down a little bit. That was the kind of review-ish. Let me break this down. Okay, so everybody's talking about this song because of the rap beef. So this is the
was that
first
when
time
he addressed? Yeah.
he addresses
Yeah.
maybe why he dropped out of the rap beef. He addresses Drake. He addresses some Kendrick. I'm not sure if it's direct, but
Yeah.
it's like
It's pretty
you
like
know
on the
what
nose.
he's talking
Yeah,
about.
it's pretty on the nose.
He
Talks about lose a friend to gain another one to lose it. Like, and he's like,
Yeah, so apparently the reason why he dropped out of the rat race is because he was saying basically they were doing it for the clicks and the money, right? And then if he took part in that, he'd be taking part in
going against whatever.
giving other people. I don't know. This is the way I perceive
No, but
it.
he's made songs about that. He's like, I'm not gonna go into a beef for clicks or to sell my.
Yeah, if
to
he's
sell
gonna
my
go
merch.
into a beef, it's gonna be real.
gonna be real.
He always
Yeah,
says that, right?
yeah.
Like it's some real beef. So that's why he dropped out, and then he also made it clear to everybody that if he did go into the beef, he wouldn't have lost a brother. He
Right.
said he wouldn't have lost a brother. He wouldn't have lost the fame or something, but he would have gained a foe.
Right.
So he's just taking the moral high ground.
Which is cool. I
Right,
respect
is
the fuck
that-
out of that.
That's J. Cole.
I respect that.
Right, like that's what he
At the end of
does.
the
He
day.
does it. He's not gonna enter a situation.
No, he's intellectual, so he's just gonna be like, does this fit my needs, and why does it fit my needs?
Mm-hmm.
And if it does, and he can't come up with a good reason, he ain't gonna do it. And if it does, and he comes up with a good reason, he's gonna like fully go into it. So
Yeah, and so with all that being said, he also wanted to make it clear that he's not afraid to say that Drake did so much for him. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he's not here to like shame Drake. He did say a little something about Kendrick, which I don't see a lot of people talking about like crazy. But he did say something about manipulating the algorithms for clicks. And to me, that was a little take on. I
Like
guess
us.
it's a conspiracy that Kendrick got
like us.
all those views and all that hype from bots. So that's as far as I'll take that.
but that song
But-
was being played also everywhere too. Like,
Bro, you know how many times I hear that on the radio when I get in my car?
not like us.
I'll turn my car on and all of a sudden, dun, 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 must sit on a beat. Ho. I'm like, Jesus.
Again,
Yo, is the song good?
I think
like
the
it?
song it's catchy, but I don't think it's as good as it was played out to be.
But is this everybody's saying, oh yeah,
just
it's gonna
catchy.
win the Grammy this year? Like for real? Like, is this the kind of song that's gonna win a
No,
Grammy?
because what they're
You know I
seeing
mean?
is like it's everywhere. That's what they're seeing.
Oh, so because it's everywhere and everybody's playing it,
Right.
Therefore, this is the song.
This
of
is
the
the
year.
song of the year.
Therefore, it's
Grammy.
Grammy nominations.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I could see that take. It makes sense. You know what I mean? But yeah, Jelly Roll just released an album, and there is real music in here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It would be cool.
I don't know. I just don't think this kind of song, just because of the clicks, just because of the views, like, I don't know. It's controversial. I guess
Opinions are always controversial. With
Why
music, it's always
is the
opinionated.
person that's the loudest always like in the room get all the attention? You know what I mean? All these
Squeaky wheel gets the grease?
I know, but it's like everybody's like, "Yo, yeah, Kendrick or nothing," and look, it's like the people that disagree aren't
Wait,
like
so are Kendrick
being
fans
loud enough.
Are Kendrick
You know what I
fans
mean?
like Cowboy fans? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that was a hot take, but I don't know.
A lot of bark, no action.
But I do know this. I'm gonna speak for some people.
go,
A
Eagles.
lot of the heavy music fans that I know, most of them, I don't think they would say they like that song, and I don't think they would say that Kendrick won that beef. But if you want to go into these hip hop podcasts and stuff, they're all gonna claim Kendrick won the beef. Kendrick has Grammy nominated Song of the Year, whatever. Roll with whatever you want to roll with. But I am first-hand knowledge. A lot of people that I know that are heavy in music won't say that Kendrick won that. But then there are a lot of Kendrick fans that are gonna die.
Yeah,
on the
that mountain.
hill.
Yeah.
Saying that Kendrick won that beef.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna speak to it. I will say this though: there is no big three anymore. Everything was laid out. You decide. But it's gonna be hard. I'll end it with this, because on the Kendrick side,
Not the 2, not the 3, the uno.
the UNO, on the Kendrick side, dude's apparently gonna be nominated for Grammys. Dude's apparently gonna perform at the Super Bowl. They just want this dude to win so bad.
I mean,
And-
which is cool. I mean, we all got to have our time. And right now it's just his time. So,
And is this the win? Is this the slam dunk to you? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean,
Like-
in a game of basketball, there's going to be multiple slam dunks. So, I mean, if this is considered one of his
Oh,
slam
I get what you're
dunks-
saying. So this could be the time where everybody's looking at Kendrick, right?
Yeah, it's like another accolade.
But then let's just say next year during the summer,
What's going to happen?
Drake
Yeah.
releases the classic album. Like,
so
I don't know.
Summer's over and
16 solid tracks.
Is it?
What's that song with him in the clouds?
Nothing Was the Same?
So far, oh yeah, Nothing Was the Same. Imagine he did a take on that, and then I don't know. It was like
He said that's his favorite album. that he's
yeah,
ever
he did.
released.
And what if he named like another take on it, like Everything's the Same,
Oh, that's
and
hard.
then
Yeah.
he was facing the other direction.
I'm
I don't know.
This
I don't
way,
know.
this
Just-
way. Yeah.
This is me just
You know, whenever he did like
thinking about-
a regular hymn and then the young hymn, what if he did a regular hymn and an old hymn?
whoa, that'd be crazy.
And instead of like in the clouds, he's like in the dirt.
He would have
That's
to be
hard.
so confident in this album because he said that was his favorite album. So
Right.
I don't think he would ever try
No, I don't think so.
to do
Personally.
anything to that, to one up it, to ruin its original legacy.
It's purity.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if he would have to literally listen to something and be like,
But if anything,
This
if
is
anybody
part two.
is able to do it, I would say Drake is that guy.
"That'd be crazy.
said-
That'd be crazy." I don't know. You know, I think he is of the mind of just continuing to innovate
Right.
and do different things. I
I
don't
agree.
think he's thinking back to when did it come out? 2013 or some crap.
Yeah, 2013,
It came
2012.
out maybe 10 years ago. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't think his mind is there anymore. He's another person, and
he's a completely different person now.
you could see that in his whole music discography. Like if you look at all the album covers and everything, it's like
That's like trying to get like bucket hat Schoolboy Q. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't getting that back.
nah, you ain't getting bucket hat.
ain't getting
You'll
that
get the
back.
round glasses, and
Which
the
is
bald,
still pretty cool.
You'll get bald
Red
schoolboy
pill or
Q.
blue pill. You know what I'm saying?
Schoolboy Q.
Skullboy. That was hard.
I'm dead. So cool. Looking forward to J. Cole. What would you? Oh, we rated it right. 8.72.
2.
Okay. That's pretty much news. Music. Real quick, or maybe long quick. I don't know. I wanted to talk about like NFL stuff. So, what games are you excited for today? We're recording this Sunday morning, by the way. Are we looking forward to the Eagles?
Eagles.
Yo,
Yeah,
aren't
because
they playing the Browns? So it should be a total destruction.
I don't think it's the Browns.
No.
No.
Are you sure?
I don't know actually. I just know that we have Devontae Smith. Why am I tripping right now?
Is Slay back or no? Remember he got injured.
Yeah, I think he's back.
They're back already. So you guys are good to go. Like
Yeah, we got
100%.
Lane Johnson back. We got Smitty back.
Schmitty.
Yeah, Schmitty.
So looking forward
We
to
got
Eagles.
both of our receivers back. AJ Smith, Lane Johnson. Oh, but yeah, let's get into NFL. So with NFL going on, right? You're expecting all these games and all these players to produce what they're supposed to be doing and producing the numbers that they're supposed to be getting paid for. They're producing, right? So our job as fans is to watch and spectate and guess and predict and bet. Now,
And bet.
with that being said, what the hell is wrong with these players? This shit is rigged.
I'm dead, dude. Deshaun Watson walking off the field.
Bruh,
what are you
What are you
doing?
doing, bruh? 20 more yards.
Wait, can I go into that real
Yeah,
quick?
yeah.
Okay, my guy.
My guy.
So you get cut from the Texans
Right.
or traded from the Texans to the Browns. The Browns
Nobody does good at the Browns.
give you everything you want. They say, "Oh, it was just a mess up. You know, everybody has mistakes. Let's get him on our team. This is what we need, a quarterback. You know, we're
This is
desperate
it.
for a quarterback.
Yeah.
This is our guy.
Right.
We're optimistic he's gonna be better, right? So, dude gets paid, right? What the hell is going on? Why is this fool walking off the field?
I honestly, I don't think Cleveland is a good area for like athletes.
but
Like,
wait,
they're-
Deshaun Watson's not a good area. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day,
Who the hell is gonna want this quarterback? You already had lawsuits going on, right? Now you're creating a situation where if a team signs you, you're not gonna be cooperative and play.
I mean, Antonio
What?
Brown walked up the field.
And how's he doing?
He was playing with the Patriots. Won a Super Bowl with them.
And how's he doing now?
Probably just counting his bread.
This-
Podcast and
I
shit.
thought I seen a podcast him saying he wasn't doing good,
Word.
like money wise.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're getting paid 120 mil for 4 years, and
Oh,
then
I get it.
you know what I
And
mean,
Now
and
you're
then
just making
and now you're
maybe
just
200,000.
you're making your own money. Like it's like, I'm not doing the best, but I'm doing good.
Corporate money was pretty good.
I'm dead.
So anyway, I was listening to some sports little podcast, right? And I heard this take. Check out this take real quick.
Okay.
So they were saying basically the Browns have an out, and this might be one of their only outs. So they owe Deshaun Watson, regardless, I think guaranteed like 180 million.
Right.
They said the only out they might have is for the Panthers to take him, to sign him, and they would have to give the Panthers a first-round pick.
Whoa.
But get this, that would mean they would only have to pay Deshaun Watson $80 million. I'm not sure where that came from. It's got to be in the contract or something, to where if they cut him or they trade him, they just have to pay him 80.
Yeah, but giving a first round pick.
Right, but check it out. But then they were saying then the Panthers, they need picks.
Yeah.
And if they get the first round pick from the Browns, that's pick number 4, I think. So they'd have the fourth pick in the fourth pick in the first
With
round.
the starting quarterback.
With what, Deshaun Watson?
Right.
Oh no, they were saying that they can afford to cut him. So they were saying that might be their only.
Well, yeah, they
out.
did shit with their city the whole. Of course they had the
The
money.
Panthers wouldn't have to pay him,
Right.
Because the Cleveland would pay him the 80 mil to exit, or something, right? And then the Panthers would come up with a first round pick, and then it would be wiping your hands. Okay, instead of
Pay this price.
because they were saying something about that 180 mil is gonna destroy the Browns.
I just don't ever think that
And like
one
the cap
game
space,
I just don't think one game ever describes a player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess, but
I don't think so. I mean, it does show your character.
doesn't it show like, what I mean? Like, when somebody acts a type of way and it's like, he did that,
Yeah.
there, on like, and it's shit. I don't know. I'm not an NFL player, but I mean, let me put myself in his shoes. I'm gonna act that way, on live television. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's
but a lot of these people are just egotistical now with the money and their status
there's
and
a time
social
and
media.
a place.
Yeah.
Okay, just here. Let's top that conversation with this question. Why are people so willing to just ruin their reputation?
Because everybody feels too entitled to their own opinion. and their feelings need
So
to be
you
validated.
think you think that he is such a big head
No. Yeah.
that he's like, oh, go ahead and cut me. Somebody else will pick me up.
Right.
Like that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, somebody might pick you up for the.
Because everybody knows, like, the Browns. I'm sorry, bro, but the Browns are trash, and they'll never produce. They'll probably never produce a Super Bowl. Like, if I gotta be completely honest, like they don't have what they need. They need a new owner. They need a new general manager. They need, dude, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, getting cut from a team that has no momentum to do anything in the first place.
The reason why I brought up just Deshaun Watson at all was
Look at Baker Mayfield.
was to break it down and talk about
Bets.
how about we not.
Bet on him.
Okay, yeah, let's not bet on him money because it ain't gonna produce. But on a total like out of the NFL note, let's not ruin our reputations that way. There
I
might be
would
a
agree.
different way to handle situations
Yeah, I would agree.
because when you have the broadcaster on the announcer on the football saying that, oh, here, what do we got? Deshaun Watson walking off the field. Head coach is yelling at him like, bruh, that is so disrespectful. That's like time and place, my guy. Time and place. You got to have some sort
Yeah, but
of...
at the end of the day, the thing that we're not dealing with right now is his perspective on what went down. At the end of the day, I value everybody's perspective, so it's just like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
so then maybe he should say his side of the story then,
you should,
right?
yeah. You should,
But
100%.
would that be against some legal stuff or what? You think
who
the
knows?
only possible outcome in this situation was for him to protest and walk off the field in the middle of a game where he could have potentially came back and won the game, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, this is live ball. This is live game. You know, it wasn't the very last 2 minutes of the game, and it's like, okay, we're not winning. I'm getting off the field. You know what I mean? Like, this was live game.
Like,
You know what I mean?
third quarter?
I don't remember. It was in the game, though. You know what I mean? Like, people are putting money on you. Like, I know that's not your problem, but, like, okay, let's say I put you
Well,
on...
they're paying him to produce.
Let's say I put you on my parlay just to hit the minimum 150 yards, passing yards. Bro, you can't throw 30 yards a freaking quarter? Like, dude, just go out there and do dumb shit. And
But that just shows you exactly what type of player he is, though.
I don't know. He's crumbling.
Like, if there's one player you can bet on to make a motherfucking touchdown every single game, damn near, is
Player or quarterback?
player.
Who?
Justin Jefferson. Now, that is a player
Oh,
you
the
can
receiver?
pay. That is a player you
He's
can
on the Vikings, right?
Yeah, that is a player you can pay.
I always hear good things about... I'm not super familiar, but I always hear good
Justin
things.
Jefferson is a freaking... He's a machine. He's a monster. He scores one touchdown every game.
Yo, I gotta talk about this real quick.
He's just hard.
Yo, so last week, I gotta just throw some props and shout outs to Jordan Love. This guy won me a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
The only thing I needed on this bet was for him to throw 2 passing touchdowns.
And
Remember?
he did exactly just that.
He was not doing good the whole game. And then random as hell in the third quarter after halftime, dude throws 2 passing touchdowns and gets my bankroll up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just wanted to shout out Jordan Love. Why did I bet on him to make 2 passing touchdowns?
For his first game back after facing the Eagles, I mean, is that bad?
Why did I make that bet? I don't know, but that's part of the game.
I don't know.
That's part of the bet world.
But he could
Sometimes
have.
you got to take risks.
He really could have went off and threw like 5 on his game back. You know what I mean? Like, it could have been crazy. It could have been.
So, yeah, shout out Jordan Love.
What about the other players?
Quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. Who?
What about the other players that made that bread?
Oh, damn. Yo, I know I looked up. I'm not super familiar, but you know what I'm saying? Put him in there. Put him in there. I think I put Jordan Mason, running back for the 49ers, to do like 50, 60 plus yards rushing.
Yeah, he did.
He hit.
Yeah, he hit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Didn't he hit early on, too? It was like second quarter?
Dude, like
Yeah, I think it
like
was, like,
dude,
second quarter.
like I think the first quarter.
Yeah, I remember you
dude
showing me
went
he had
off.
like
I was
30, 40 yards in the first quarter. I was like,
End of the
hard.
first quarter, dude had like 70 yards. No, for real. I was like, damn. You know? But yeah, you want anything else? I just wanted to talk about.
All I'm saying is with this bet stuff, bro, if y'all are getting paid to go out there and just do some Kobe-like stuff, go out there and do some Kobe-like stuff, man. Go out there and just play. That's all you're supposed to do. Make me this bread so I can keep watching. That's all I gotta say.
Yo, why are some players like mediocre though? Shouldn't they be?
I think this era in sports in general is completely soft, and I think that there's more talent, but they're softer. You know what I mean?
My question is just like, shouldn't they be the best in the world? Like, don't they start in middle school, high school, college? You know what I'm saying? Don't they? Or is it
Tom
just,
Warner?
Or is it just their daddies putting them through school? You know
Maybe a
what I mean?
little bit of both. Maybe a little bit of both. But there is players that are dogs, and those dogs shine. You know what I mean? Like there's
Derrick Henry, running back on the Ravens.
He's fucking 40 years old, making.
Did you see what he did to that?
Dude.
I think it was a Cowboys defender. He took off running, right? And then, like, if you had like that motion capture, right, where it's like kind of fast, and then as he does the action, it slows down. Yo, this fool was running. He did the stiff arm to this dude, and that dude dropped, and he just took off to touchdown. I was like, shit.
You gotta love it. See, let's get into that real quick. What's your favorite position on offense?
Yo, to be honest, I mean, everybody likes quarterback, but to be honest, if I really had to give like a favorite position,
Legit. I'm talking about tight ends, slots, wide receivers.
Slot receiver, and I think that just goes back to Edelman. You know what I mean? I think Amendola was a little bit more of a deeper, but no.
I thought Edelman was the more.
No,
deeper.
it was like
Amendola.
no,
was
they
cool.
they could do some deep catches, but yeah,
Their
they
scheme was
always
just
they always did like some cuts towards the middle, some shortcuts. You know what I mean? And then
so slot
Amendola,
receiver.
yeah, slot receiver.
Who's your favorite on defense? What's your favorite position on defense?
I'm gonna have to give it to the cornerbacks, but as of late, and maybe because of you a little bit, I don't know what position it is.
Defensive end. Or
I don't
linebacker.
know. I don't know, but remember whenever they're like standing a little bit back, they're not on the line, right? And then whenever there's like a rush, they can
Edge
like
rush.
read the play, and then you just see this guy
And they just blow the play.
out of the whole team. Everybody's on a guy, right? This dude's just running up to go meet up with the rusher. And wait, so what is it?
Yeah, so that's middle
Linebacker?
linebacker or defensive end?
Yo, the linebackers. You know what I'm
So
saying?
for me, offense, running back, defense, I would have to give it to probably middle linebacker.
You like linebackers too?
Yeah.
Yo, they're really important.
They're just I feel like me personally, I feel like they're the most important piece on the defensive end of the ball. Like cornerbacks, you can be dope, right?
Is it just for the run though, where they come really into play, or what about when there's like a pass? Where does that come into play? Are they doing like the zone coverage?
Yeah,
kind of thing?
they're kind of keeping everything tight.
So they don't have a matchup with a receiver, but they're like
Well, it depends on sometimes
if they see the quarterback looking over here, you know what I'm saying, and it's CeeDee Lamb running down the field, right?
Right.
Then it's like they're gonna take off that way.
Well, they're going
right?
to take everything in the middle of the field while the safeties and corners come up. So they're just going to like trap.
Yeah. So line.
But then if they can just go and get the quarterback and I love when a play gets disrupted. Like to me, that is so cool. That is so cool.
I
I love
have,
a quarterback sack. I love a quarterback strip sack. I love getting in a quarterback's face. Dude, that's so cool to me. That's so cool.
I don't have any names, but do you have a name of somebody who's like a really good linebacker? Or no? I had zero names. Zero names.
Isn't Bosa?
I thought Bosa was on the line, but on the very end.
Yeah, it's an edge rush. So
Yeah, he's not. That's not what I'm saying, is
I
it?
think he might be.
Yo, Bosa's hard.
Yeah, Bosa is hard.
Bosa is hard.
Bosa is hard.
He's big and fast.
There's a bunch out there. Why can't I not think of names? But
It's
anyway,
all right. We're gonna watch them today and win some bets
was gonna
today,
say,
baby.
What y'all need to be doing is hitting these bets, these parlays, these price picks, these that's, so I can make some bread. That's all. And I do make really good picks. But then there's like one. And I'm like, bruh, 5 yards. I'm like, come on.
I'm dead. Travis Kelce, 15 yards. Like, bro, what are you doing, man?
You're supposed to average 50 yards this game. What are you doing? 12 yards. You know what I mean? Like I
Taylor
stopped.
Swift yelling at him.
I don't bet on Travis Kelce no longer. I don't bet on. There's a lot of players I don't bet on, but that Travis Kelce, he done did me dirty at least like 6 times.
I'm gonna give you 4 quarterbacks I'd never bet on anymore.
Go.
Are you ready? Kyler Murray, Bo Nix, Trevor Lawrence,
Jaguars.
and then who's the retard from the Raiders? Is it Minshew?
Minshew. Gardner Minshew.
You guys have lost me some money so many times. I'm never betting on
But
you guys.
you did put Gardner Minshew in that one bet that you should have won.
Yeah, he should have got the yards, but he didn't.
But he didn't.
Okay,
he
and
really
I'm
didn't.
never betting on that guy ever again.
Remember, he got him, and then they tackled him for a loss.
Oh my god, yeah, I missed that bet
And then it
by
complete,
like 8 yards.
Yeah, it was 8.
And it was gonna pay out. That bet was gonna pay.
It really was.
Out. It was such a great bet. Everything was supposed
Everything
to hit.
was
It
hidden.
perfect.
Everything was hidden. Yeah.
And then Minshew just wants to be a sorry, lazy, fat. So yeah, those are Bliss's
Oh my God.
never bet on 4 quarterbacks.
Yo, if you really want to make some money, go on the WNBA and bet less on everybody. You got to go. You know what I'm saying? You know what Dana said?
Bet less on everybody in the women's NBA.
I tell you, I want some shit, man. Just less.
You're funny.
And it hit.
what
I'm
did-
like,
Let's end this NFL conversation. But what did Dana White say? What did you say?
yo, so Dana White said the best time to bet on fighters is a Tuesday night. That is the best time to bet. Because
What do you
those,
mean Tuesday night?
Because those
There's
guys.
not even fights on Tuesdays.
Yeah, they are.
There
They're-
is?
Yeah, they're like chill cards.
Oh, I don't even know. I didn't know. I thought they were on Saturdays.
No, yeah, there's like side stuff. So,
okay.
So they said like the Contender Series and stuff like that. So for
Tuesdays.
Tuesday nights,
Why?
Because these guys are out there to make a name for themselves. If they don't make the name, they don't
I
get
see, I
in.
see, I
So he
see.
said Tuesday nights is the best time to vote for these fighters,
Mm-hmm.
to bet on these fighters.
Oh, okay. I can see that. That's similar to like college players going off in football.
Yeah, imagine
Right,
them.
they
Imagine them
need-
being in Pac-12 right now. Like,
They don't got that money right now.
Right.
Like that. Right.
So they
they're
need to
out there,
show up
they're-
and show out.
They're trying to get to the NFL. So right. So you're saying these fighters on like Tuesdays are trying to get
the
to the
contracts.
UFC?
Yeah, they're trying to get those
Or-
contracts. Or,
Oh, the contracts.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So that way they could get a piece of the pay-per-views and all
Yeah,
that.
so that-
Okay. Hard. I had no clue there
Pretty
was
cool.
fights on Tuesdays.
But anyway, DraftKings, with Prize Picks, FanDuel.
Yo, I've been on FanDuel.
I ain't gonna lie. At first, I did not like FanDuel. I didn't like the layout. It just seemed too much. I'm just like, it's too much to look at. I don't like it. I like Prize Picks because that pictures and shit. And all you gotta do is just bet on 50-50, upper or lower. I was like, bet. You know what I mean?
Yes.
FanDuel recently, I've kind of been dabbling into it, mostly because of you. And it's definitely a lot better to make money.
Disclaimer: this is not a paid promotion. No, we're not giving you our referral codes. And if you don't got the money, don't bet it.
Wait, no, if y'all want to sign up, hit me
I'm
up.
dead. Yeah, hit them up if you want to. I'm
yeah,
good on that.
promo,
but
yeah.
if you want to sign up, y'all could probably get some money on both ends, right?
I'll throw you a little better too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm dead.
I be hitting.
So let's go over to our workshop.
Yeah.
And just kind of end this off. So in the whole conversation we had earlier, I should have wrote it down. But what were we talking about?
Adversity. Consistency.
No. What was it? I'm missing. Get me back on the train tracks here.
It was Jelly Roll, consistent.
Oh, it was the fact that Jelly Roll is at the age that he's at, yet still accomplishing things that usually people in their 20s accomplish.
I think that's really cool that you
So-
stuck with it.
Could we break that down real quick?
Okay, so what do you have to call
Like
that?
I want to get some epiphany. I want to get some great nuggets out of this. Like what, you know what I'm saying?
So how do you stay dedicated in your craft whenever you feel like everybody's going circles around you?
What do you mean? Oh, like overlapping you and just winning. They're winning.
They're winning left and right, and you have yet to get a little crumb.
I think the main thing to look at here is obviously dude was pushing 40 or he is 40. Obviously, he wasn't trying to win New Artist of the Year.
Right.
He was just doing what he loved doing.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It just so happened he popped off like that.
How much
And
money do you think he put down for all those
for what? Features?
features?
Nothing. I feel like when you're that status and you can possibly be releasing #1 album right now, country album,
Oh, that makes sense.
people just hop on because hey, I'm gonna get that exposure. I need to hop on.
I could
You know what
definitely
I'm
see that.
saying? So,
I could definitely see
I
that.
think it comes down. I'm sure they're getting some back end royalties on the plays and all that stuff, but I think as far as like paying for features, you know what I mean? No, this is like, oh yeah, Russ, you want to be on the album? You know what I'm saying? Artist of the year could be out number. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is
So
just,
how do you stay maintained in your area where you want to succeed when you have no growth for so long? Like how do you do it? That's the question for today. How do you do it?
it's.
How did he do it?
I think he just didn't focus on that. He was just
Living life.
like me. Like I can't sit here and be like, oh, I've accomplished so much, right? I mean I have in my own way, but
Right,
I can't say with the numbers. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm still next year. I want to release maybe 2 albums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like this is just me
Living life.
doing what Jelly Roll
Right.
has done for 40 years or whatever or whatever.
Joyner didn't pop off until like he was like 34, 35.
Yeah, he was like 32, huh?
Yeah,
Like
30,
33 or something.
33, I think maybe.
When the I'm sorry.
That was
That's a
all
good song. Good song.
But so with the idea of wanting to succeed in your respective lane, and you don't get that recognition, or you don't get that props, or you don't get this, or you don't get that.
But what were you expecting? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was getting down to. So at the end of the day, whenever you're doing something with expectations, that's what's going to ruin your enthusiasm. And I think enthusiasm and discipline are the 2 most important things that you can apply to anything in life to be successful. So whenever you go in there with expectations, you kind of kill both of those. You're disciplining yourself to do it and get it done. And then now you're expecting people to just think this is the greatest thing ever because you got to be low-key narcissistic to be in such a lane. You know
I
what
think that might be a little bit of an overstatement, a little bit. Like, I get the whole, like, rapper ego thing, you know what I'm saying? But also, I'm looking at, like, we're talking about Jelly Roll. I'm looking at this Jelly Roll situation.
No, I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying, like, in general, you're going in there with expectations. Like, I'm the shit. I'm the best.
Oh, like, that's what people normally do?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Oh, yeah.
So you go in there with expectations, and you don't get those expectations. So now you're disciplined to keep driving, keep going, kind of get shot down more. So now you don't.
Well,
have the
yeah, when you're
discipline.
aiming for the target and you constantly miss, it's like, oh, I'm not going to throw this anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not going to throw
I'm
this
just a
dart
dude that
anymore.
is just gonna just.
Like, oh, this must not be for me because I'm never hitting the mark.
Last
You know?
time for me, I'd be like,
That's motivational killing right there, isn't it? That sounds depressing as hell, doesn't it?
it does suck.
It's like you keep missing the target. Like, why do you keep doing it? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But that's what's cool about it. So whenever you do hit the target and then you become one of the best at hitting that target, it's like, how did you do it? Because you spent so much time.
but you know what is even cooler than that? Yeah, you keep missing that target, but you're hitting the wall, and that whole wall.
Is your canvas? No.
I'm dead. That whole wall is you accomplishing stuff. You're sticking all your stuff to this wall.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Art.
I like that
You know what I'm saying?
perspective. That's
Instead of oh, I gotta hit it right dead center,
Right in the
I gotta
areola.
hit that mark. You're still hitting marks, and I think that's the cool thing to look forward to.
Consistently hitting marks.
Like, all I gotta say is I still got a long road ahead of me, but when I look back at my solid 4 albums that I've dropped, I'm proud of those 4 albums that I made.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You know what I mean? And I can look
And you
at
did
the
shows.
wall. I can look at that metaphorical wall and just see my 4 albums up there and know that they're always gonna be there. And I did that. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
feel that 100%.
and then it's gonna be so cool because when I release the next one, it's like a big old metaphor, right? But like I feel like it has like Velcro on it. Toss it up on that wall, it's gonna stick.
Yeah.
And now I got 5 albums to look at, and it's just cool. You know what I mean? I
That's
think
really cool.
that's.
So being
You know-
proud in your productivity, being proud of yourself, not looking for outside validation.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
Cannot.
The second you do is the second you put your foot in the dirt. That's what I think.
And then, like, if you do need that outside validation, I feel like that's where having a really good friend or having like a trusted people around you comes into play.
Right.
Because you still need somebody to give you that honest feedback.
You do.
Or that real motivation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't tell you how many times Jose has told me, like, yo, this song. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that'd be
Or
the
like,
song that pops off. Like,
you know, oh yeah, before on the album Sunsets and AZ, I released a song called In My Mind.
oh my God. The second I heard
this was his, like, favorite out of the bunch for a while. Like, it was
You're like,
always.
yeah.
And then it just turns out that that's the song that ended up getting played the most. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, everybody loved that song. Like,
such a good song.
it's kind of funny, but my nephew, I take his music knowledge serious because he really listens to music. And he said that was his favorite song. And he plays it. Like, yeah, I can see the plays. You know what I mean? And his main like source of music is SoundCloud. And he has it saved. I could see the playlist that he has it on. And everything.
That's cool.
Like, he's always playing that song, and it's just cool. Like, he doesn't play it and tell me he plays it just to tell me. You know what I mean? Like, and that goes with like multiple people. You know, like, I've heard your music on your phone, and randomly a song from Underrated AF came
popping
up,
yeah.
and I'm like, yo, this sound familiar. What is that?
This shit
And then
hard, huh?
this
And I
is-
look.
Yeah, so it's just cool.
Having people in your corner at a pivotal point in decision making to be successful in your lane would have to be a number one formula for you to move forward.
Man, it just gets me thinking, like, how do you find the right people in your corner?
Dude.
That's like, I can't even.
How do you do that? I think you have to put in the time. I think that you have to look into. I don't know. Actually, I really don't know. Because me and you
I'm like
personally.
so like worried for people because like some people are in your corner that don't need to be there and you don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like, how about we focus on that? How do you point out or target or figure out somebody that doesn't need to be there?
If you detect any animosity and if you feel like they're ever coming from a place that's not genuine, they have to go. And you need to stop being soft on yourself and cut those people out of your life.
Do we have anybody like that right now?
Not anymore.
I'm dead. Not anymore. Later, Nick.
I'll play those games, man. If you're in my life in some negative type way, I don't want you in there. So me personally,
Oh, that's a good point. For a long time, and I'm going to talk about you, right, instead of me, because it's easier for me to talk about you, right?
Third person.
For a long time, I always seen you cutting off negativity.
Yeah. I don't play
And so I think it extends into that of not having like
fake people
snakes,
around.
I guess, right?
Yeah.
But no, I think that was your key to that.
For me, at least,
that was your answer to that problem. You've just always been the person to cut negativity. Like, if somebody,
I don't care who you are.
If somebody's hitting you up on your phone on some like, oh, let me get some tickets to the fight. You're like,
well, that's
you're not
different.
going to send me tickets?
Yeah, but if they're
on the level of like,
expecting
oh no,
things,
you know what I'm saying? I'm me. I need tickets. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to all your fights. Come on now. I don't know. You know the vibe I'm talking about?
Don't
like,
ever come at me like that.
Somebody
if anybody's listening, don't ever come at me like that.
I'm dead. But yeah, like, that was just a little example. But when you sense any sort of like, you know what I mean, where it's like,
and I can't hide that. Like, if I feel some type of way, I'm gonna speak on it. Right
you
away.
don't. You do speak on.
I
stuff.
don't play.
Yeah, he'll speak on it. I'll let you just
be stupid.
I'll let you act up and learn.
He's like, oh, so that's what they do in that situation. For me, I kill the fire in the bud. I'm like, yo, there's not gonna be no raging, roaring fires over here. It's gonna be a little spark. I'm gonna put it out, and you gotta go.
You've always been the shotgun, and I've always been the sniper. Like in a type of like gaming way, you know.
If a knife had a shotgun attached to the end, I'll stab you and blow you. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Pause.
Nice. The rush. Wait, what's the opposite of the rush? The pass? The rush to pass.
Huh?
Football terms. The rush, the pass.
Oh, quarterback, running back. Is it?
It's it. All right, man. So I like that workshop.
Cool.
There wasn't necessarily like a point that was made, but I feel like that whole little conversation we had pointed out a lot of different things.
Just perspectives. So at the end of the day, it's not like we're getting paid to come out here and do anything. No, we just, you know what I'm saying? We just come out here and talk. And whoever can
Man,
find.
if we were getting paid to be on here, I would not be on here right now.
Y'all trying to sponsor what's up? No, just like, no, I'm really not.
No, if I was here for the money, I wouldn't be here. Because there's not a lot of money in podcasting. You know, other than like sponsorships and stuff like that. There really isn't anything to gain.
I think a podcast is something to showcase you. You know what I mean? That's what I think. I think a podcast is an introductory for you to be... Like, imagine if every famous person had their own podcast before they got famous. And then you could see who they are exactly.
It's almost like
That'd
a
be cool.
warm-up too, huh?
Yeah.
Like, it allows you to open up to do your own things.
That's pretty cool.
Like, I remember early on, like, speaking for you, like, in front of a whole crowd, it was just like you would do it.
I would do it.
You would do it, but it never came
I could
off.
always go back and be like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. Fuck, I should have said this.
I think, here, let's put it, instead of trying to
sounded so
find
stupid.
what you were bad at, let's just say this. You got really good at speaking in public. Or just conversations with people in general.
And just talking.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think doing the pod did that a lot for you.
For sure.
For me, I could say the same. I think
for sure.
having conversations with people has really been a lot easier
On a daily to weekly basis rather than bi-weekly, monthly. Like, that's really increased the productivity in my brain.
I could
to,
talk.
like, communicate.
I could communicate.
Yeah. It's
you know,
definitely...
that helped me a lot with like working on music and stuff too. Like lately, I don't know. It's
just to be able to come up with more.
I've been able to be a lot more
Present. Aware.
I don't know, instead of like doing that just like in the mic right here, like instead of doing like that performance, you know what I'm saying? I'm able to just be me and let go and show my emotion and my feelings through my voice.
So now you're killing expectations and now you're just going in there and just producing what you can at your purest ability.
Yeah, like to break that down all the way to its purest form, it's like I'm confident in my voice.
You're confident in you.
Yeah, too.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I speak me.
Right.
So therefore, I'm confident in me.
That's really cool.
So when I'm performing and I'm recording music into the microphone, it's like I'm not worried about me. I'm just worried about the delivery. That's cool. That was a little take on last week's topic, delivery. Remember?
Delivery. UPS.
Yo, I'm excited, dude. I'm so excited. I wish I could just fast forward to a month out from my album dropping. You know what I'm saying? It's just
a month before, like a month prior.
Yeah, like when I'm announcing it. I wish I could just fast forward to the announcement.
Yeah, but then you get to miss the build up for it, the excitement for the build up, and that's the part that's the goal. That's the key right there.
It is. It really is though. Like
it builds the enthusiasm for your discipline.
All I ever had was just, oh, it's coming out. Okay, it's out.
They made a movie about that actually. You know what movie it is?
What?
It's called Click with Adam Sandler. You ain't watched it? Go watch it.
Damn.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that adds a lot to
you only there
the
for the
gratification I get from releasing an album. You know, having the initial hard work, you know what I mean, behind the scenes, like nobody knows what I'm doing.
Nobody
you know what I mean?
knows nothing.
I mean, you do.
Well,
you know what
different.
I mean? But this is the part that nobody really gets to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
your day-to-day struggle. Your day-to-day grind. Like,
this
how are you going to go get it?
This is like me every day battling with my mental, battling with my physical. This is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And being able to
overcome.
Overcome or persevere through all those feelings, all those emotions, and then completing a project.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's really cool for real.
Is really
like
cool.
Thinking back to like my previous albums is like, how did I ever get to the point of releasing my first album?
I remember you just saying I'm gonna do it, and you just did it. Like there was no.
How did I
ifs, ands, or
even
buts.
get to that point? Like I don't even know.
I remember you made that one song, and then after that, you were like, I think I want to do another song. And then you did a couple more songs, and then you said, I want to do an album. And then you just came up with the idea of an album, and then you just worked to release it. All your focus was on that. And you did it.
I had no idea what I was doing.
That's cool, huh?
Zero idea.
Going headfirst into some shit you just don't know. That's pretty cool. That's my way of
cool.
doing things. I shouldn't do it like that all the time, but yes,
You know what else is pretty cool? So having gone through those things head first, I know what I'm getting into now. You know what I'm saying? I know how
perspective.
the album's gonna drop. I know how I'm gonna market it.
Right.
I know who I want to go to and how I'm gonna do my videos.
Right.
Like it's just so
Everything
cool.
is
Like
just
now,
being lined up, yeah. But you needed that process. You needed that time to understand everything. So you needed to continue to go through the process over and over and over and over. And now look at you. I think that's really cool. I think gaining perspective on something is probably the most important thing that we can pretty much do as humans is gain perspective.
you know what like kind of epiphany I had right now? You know how we were talking about doing this podcast gave me like voice confidence?
Yeah.
Right? I feel like doing all those albums starting 10 years ago has given me all the knowledge and it's made me more confident to make the next album.
Now. Yeah.
You know what
so
I'm
if
saying?
you didn't start when you started, it'd be a lot harder of a road
Man,
now.
imagine just today I'm like, you know what? I want to make music.
Jelly Roll. It's possible.
I'm dead. He's new artist of the year. That's funny.
It's possible.
I think it was last year, but yeah.
I'm saying anything is possible once you put your mind to it. At the end of the day, if everybody knew my story and what was going on and me actually chasing a dream to go fight and do this.
Oh my God, if only y'all knew what this guy went through to get to each fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. Like,
Like,
and
y'all
with
don't-
every other fighter too. You know what I mean? Like,
Y'all don't get it. Like when I see this fool over here by the air fryer cooking up a salmon, I don't know. It's just those little things, you know what I'm saying, that really add up to now we're in the ring.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's a I like that story of what happens before.
I'm really
it's definitely a
excited
story.
to get to the end of my story with this whole fighting thing and to be able to
Like
go
where
into
you're not fighting anymore.
yeah, and then when I'm older, and then to go into full detail on everything that I endured and went through.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
I want to do that.
Oh, like kind of like if somebody was to ask you, like, oh, so break it down. Like, what was it like? Excuse me, leading up to your fight up there in Kingman.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
anything
Like that
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
Deal.
Oh my God, yo, that fight in general was so nerve wracking.
Get them tattoos.
Yeah, like, yo, like that fight was so nerve wracking.
Do you remember it?
I remember
all?
every-
Like if
I remember
somebody
every bit
asked
of it.
you,
I remember
all
every
right,
bit of it.
break down the lead up to that fight with Parker. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like-
Like I remember the drive up there. I remember everything. I remember the drive back. I remember
Like,
everything.
do you remember back, like, down to the basics of, like, how was the weight cut? Like,
yeah, I
like,
remember
all that
everything.
stuff. You know what I mean?
Everything.
That'd be hard.
I remember everything.
Yo, it's sensing like Mighty might have a book in the
I
future.
got a book coming out.
Bro, you should make a book, though. That'd be crazy.
Mighty Resilience.
That'd be crazy. And
That's hard. Yeah. Hey,
yo,
copyright.
Each chapter is like the lead up to the next fight.
Whoa.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
We might need to sit down and brainstorm. You know
I'm
what I'm
dead.
saying?
You just start the chapter with 3
So I'm
months.
broke as hell.
I'm dead. Bro, broke as hell. 3 months out.
I'm dead.
Like, I don't know.
Oh, that's
You know
cool.
what I mean? And then it just, I woke up in the morning, my leg hurt. Like, couldn't walk. How is he so sane
I'm
with his
dead.
leg hurting a little bit?
I'm dead. Yeah, that'd be cool. I think everybody should at least release a book. But anyway, I think the fact that people go through what they go through, you go through what you go through on a day-to-day basis. I go through what I go through on a day-to-day basis to produce what we produce, just as everybody else does in their own respective lanes, right? I think it's cool that we have the ability to go out there and create. We have the ability to go out there and be great. Like, we have the ability to do that. And I think right now is the best time to be able to do that because people don't or people have lost sight of that dog mentality, that hard work. When things get hard, a lot of people nowadays, compared to like back then, they quit on the dot now.
But is that because they were in it for the wrong reasons, or
I think,
you know what I'm saying?
I think people are
or they
so
just want to take the easier route.
I just think people are so accustomed to that whole mindset of what's your plan A, plan B, plan C. And I think the term "don't put your eggs in all in one basket," I think that's dumb as hell. I think that you need to be
talking about the plans. You gotta have a plan.
You have to have a plan. And you have to be delusional about that plan. It doesn't matter if you want to do something small or big. You have to like low key be like, I'm low key psycho.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm
telling you, dude. In order for me to get to the next album,
yeah,
I have to handle certain stuff right now.
Right.
And I'm just starting to see
no burdens, and it'll
I'm
just be
just
out.
starting to see
the fruits of your
the
labor.
light. Like, you have no idea. I don't know if you've noticed some light.
But he said, I don't know if you noticed.
But
it's been 5 years.
But trust me, to get to this album, I have to handle certain stuff.
Right. And you're knocking it down. You're seeing
to
what
the
you
fans,
need to hit.
that might be unfortunate, right? But
Frank Ocean don't release an album until every 6 years, 5 years.
But no, like, I'm the type of artist that's not just gonna push you content regardless of quality. I'm gonna give you,
it's gonna be a meaning,
whatever I can give you at the best of my ability at that given moment.
I really wish they could see that to that degree, because that's one thing that you've always done and you've never stopped.
Well, they will see it. They're gonna see the quality. They're gonna see the love. You know what I mean? In the music. You know what I mean? They're gonna see the improvement.
That's
you know
cool.
What I'm saying?
That's cool.
I refuse to give anything unless I can give my 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I will agree.
I hate... This is why I can't be a salesman. I always was like, damn, I should go work at a dealership and make commission. No. I cannot lie to somebody. Dude, I'm telling you. I don't know if it's just my integrity or what. I cannot stand on some bullshit. I cannot. I will not do it.
I will co-sign.
I don't know. I wish I was a manipulator. I don't know. Like,
I don't. You probably wouldn't be a musician.
No, like, I'd have a lot of money from a dealership if I was a great manipulator. You know what I mean? Like, that's where that's coming from. But
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? It's my loss. I won't make that.
But it's not a loss because it's
crazy
a gain,
dealership money.
But now you are who you are, so it's a good trade.
Yeah, like, that's just the cons, right? But I don't even care about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I value the real.
That's what it is. You value you to your best ability to.
I value my music so much. You know what I'm saying? That it's going to take a little bit before we get to this album. You know what I'm saying?
But that's how you know it's worth something.
Yeah.
But
don't get discouraged.
Exactly.
Because it's happening a lot sooner than later, though.
Be resilient. Stay true. At the end of the day, you're one step closer to your goal than you were yesterday. Do with that information what you must.
Yeah, we could put that in a song right there. That was hard. All right, y'all. So hopefully you got something out of that workshop, because I did. I think Mighty did too.
I was working. He was working. Y'all was working listening. You know something?
We're going to see y'all next week for yet another episode of the Underrated AF Podcast. All right, y'all. We love you. Peace.